What's up guys, Brent here, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to tell you guys a story. Now, I've been thinking of creating a series similar to this or something like this for a while now, and it seems like it'd be fun, and I am by no means a professional storyteller, and I know there's those people out there that are like, there's an art to telling a story, you gotta do this, yada, 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 yada. I don't care about that bull crap. I'm just gonna tell a story. It might be a little choppy, I know, but it's my first time. I don't do this in my this is not a hobby of mine, telling stories. So this might be a little choppy as the first one, but in a few videos of this series, I think I'll get the hang of it, and it'll be a really good time. And yeah, so before I start, you can go ahead, get your blankie, and get your warm cup of milk, and I'll wait for you. You good now? Alright, I will start. So, this story, the first story, is kind of inappropriate, but not really inappropriate. It's not that bad. It's basically the first time I saw boobs that weren't, they weren't my family members, like my mom or any of them, and they weren't on the internet. It was in real life, it was a complete stranger, and yeah, so here we go. I was 8 years old. Yeah, oh my god, 8 years old and you saw boobs? Oh my god, blah. No, it's not like that. So I was 8, and my sisters are 3 years younger than me, and we were going to the beach with my aunt, and so I forget what beach it is. I live in California, so I don't really know what beach it was, and I know California's not really known for its great beaches, but going to the beach is still pretty fun. So we in there one random weekend, all that time, like 8 years ago, I can't even remember exactly. I don't know what beach it was at all, but we're going on there one random weekend. Gotta have some fun, beach trip, yada yada. And so we get there, we do the usual stuff. I'm 8 years old, so I'm building sandcastles and doing I don't know what 8-year-olds do at the beach. Play around, splash the water. I really don't know. And California, it's kind of weird because that day California beaches aren't usually known for their waves, but that day at that beach that I still don't remember, which kind of sucks. I don't know if it was Ventura or not, but the waves were actually pretty decent, and it's kind of surprising. And that was kind of cool. I thought that was kind of cool because you don't really see waves in the California beaches. So the main thing I used to do is I used to boogie board. I don't really do it anymore, but I didn't surf. I didn't do any of those crazy things. But so I don't even know if I boogie boarded specifically that day, because I never actually owned a boogie board. I would always rent one, and I thought that was really fun. Boogie boarding is really fun. If you haven't tried that, you should try it out. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. So the waves were pretty nice, and me and my sisters were just kind of sitting there and, doing whatever, and the waves were hitting us, and I don't know what you do when if you're not, like, surfing or if you're not boogie boarding, I don't know what you're doing with waves. Basically just sitting there and letting them hit you, I guess. So we were kind of basically doing that and swallowing a bunch of salt, which is, extremely healthy. And the waves it was getting, like, I think the tide, I don't know what the term is. I don't really know my beach or ocean terms very well. I don't know if that's the tide coming up or down or sideways. I really don't know I don't know what the terms are. But basically the waves were getting more, they were becoming bigger and bigger. And before you knew it, they were starting to, like, by the time they were hitting, like, the shoreline, I think it's the shoreline, they were pretty tall. They were decently tall. Like, I was, I'm about 5'11" now, but when I was 8, I was probably like 4 something. I don't really know exactly. I don't remember. Maybe I was like, I don't even know. Is 4 too tall? I don't remember. I really don't remember. Too long ago. But the waves were, like, pretty tall, and I think they were like over my head. I think at that point. So it was getting kind of dangerous. Well, for us, at least. And some people were kind of like, all the older people were like, yeah, man, yeah, rock on, whatever. And I know I'm funny, I'm hilarious. But, so, we kind of step back a little bit. And the waves, that my sisters were so young that You know, they would like purposely drink the water just because they didn't know any better. And you know, I knew, but you know, you couldn't really help it. But anyways, see, I'm just horrible storyteller. But I will get better. I will get better. So let's get back to the story. So basically, there was this really big wave. I still remember this thing. This thing was ridiculously big, and you can tell it was big. It was coming in, and it was at least 10 feet. It was coming in, and so it comes in, and I like kind of looked. I saw it when it was forming, or when it was barely becoming visible, way out in, you know, the ocean. And then I kind of turned around and I was talking. I don't know who I was talking to. I think my aunt called me and I was talking to her. And then, you know, next thing I know, she's like pointing that way, and I turn around, and the wave just totally like smacks me, and I'm just like under the water, and I was the only one. My sisters were back, and it was just me, and I was under the water, and so I'm like, oh my god, you know, I need to get up. So I get out of the water, and I'm like shaking my head, and I'm like spitting out all the water that I just swallowed. Yes, I swallowed the water. Very funny, ha ha ha. And I look over, you know, like there's a lot of people on the beach that day. And I think it was I'm pretty sure it was during summer. And I like look around, you know, like making, you know, I'm gonna save the day if someone's, you know, drowning, because I know CPR and everything. And so I like I'm looking around, and I look to this one girl. She was probably about my age, what I am now. So she's like 16, 17, maybe a little bit older, like 18 or 19. And like the wave hit her and totally just like knocked her top off, and just full on boobs. I could just see him in plain sight, and I was kind of in shock. Like I didn't really know how to respond to that, and she kind of like, she noticed that I looked, and yeah, that was really awkward. And she kind of like, you know, she like got her top really quick and like covered herself, and you know, and then she put it back on, and then it was all better. And then I didn't really know what happened after that. I blanked out for probably a good 10 seconds, but I know I was 8 years old, so that's my first story. I don't know if that sounded lame to you guys or not, but I thought it was kind of funny, and I was 8 years old. But if you enjoyed that, let me know. I think I want to do more of these because these are really fun, but other than that, I will talk to you guys later.